Thanks to the support as a channel member, Brian Glick. Yeah, I definitely didn't expect to be this far this soon. It's going to be an experience today, I think. Champions League semi-final, Real Madrid, meeting up with Gregoire again. Yeah, just brace yourself. This one could be messy. Hello and welcome to part 150 of Homegrown. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have both legs of that Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid. Since you were last with me, we've played a couple of Premier League games. We lost to Leeds. They're going to catch us, aren't they? They're just trying to ruin everything after we knocked them out of the Champions League. But we lost to Leeds. We beat Bournemouth. This is what the Premier League table looks like. Premier League table is still really important because I don't expect us to beat Real Madrid today, which means the only way we play in the Champions League next year is to qualify for it because we're unlikely to go and win it. We've got 4 games remaining. Leeds are 5 points behind us. They're the team, realistically the only team who are going to catch us because we've got a game in hand over Tottenham, Liverpool, Norwich. I mean, Norwich are too far back. So it's really down to Leeds. They've got 4 games to catch us up and we've just got to keep on winning football matches. We'll be playing Newcastle in between the 2 Real Madrid games today and hopefully we'll pick up another victory there to get us a little bit closer to playing in next season's Champions League. But the matches today, it's all about the Champions League. We play Real Madrid twice. Stranger things have happened. I don't expect us to win these games. If we do, I'll get this out here now so it doesn't look like I'm making this up on the spot. If ridiculous stars align nonsense happens and we beat Real Madrid today and then go on and win the Champions League tomorrow, that's not the end of the series. The goal for the series is to win the Champions League and the Premier League. Not necessarily at the same time, but the series won't be ending until we've won both of them. So panic not. The series isn't at risk of ending, so you don't have to cheer Real Madrid on today. We can go and win the Champions League and continue on with the series next season as we try and win the Premier League. So, yeah, cheer us on today. It's coming home and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm recording this before the Euros semi-final, but it's coming out after. That's a really risky thing to say. That's related to this save, not that England team. I mean, they're all right. But this is the home that we all really care about. It's coming home with an L. So, Perez in goal. Back four of Kovacic, Douglas Allen, Ercan and Todd Thomas. Perez and McKenna in midfield. Ian and Park out wide. Juan Jose and Veloso up front. I'm not sure if Gregoire's in the Real Madrid team. Kind of hope he's not because we know how good he is. And it would be quite nice to not have to deal with him. That's one less really good player. Unfortunately, he is in their team. So we've got it. We're going to see just how good Roland Gregoire has become in what's it been, 3 years since he left. They're playing him in front of the back four as part of a flat back 6, which is a really negative way to use him. I think I know we used him as our deep line playmaker on a defensive instruction, and he was there to protect our defence, but playing him that deep does seem like it takes some of his other strengths out of the game. But I'm not going to give them a tutorial on how to use Roland Gregoire. I mean, the fact that they've got him is problem enough for us. They're in here. Oh dear, that's not a very nice start to the game. Real Madrid, first attack of the game, 4 minutes in, and they've gone 1-0 up already. Yeah, today could be humiliating. That's not the start we had in mind. Oh dear. Right. Let's just keep it at 1-0. If we can keep it tight, if we can stay in touch with them and bring them back to our place with a game that it's still possible to get a result out of, you never know. With the new home of football roaring us on, anything is possible in a one-off game. The danger is, of course, that we leave ourselves so that one-off game realistically can't really have much of an impact. If we come here and lose 3 or 4-0, that's a problem. Ercan, back to Perez, and now Kovacic. An away goal would be beautiful if somebody could find a way to get to one. Ian playing the ball across, looking for Park, doesn't get anywhere near him. Park wins the ball back, though, nicely, and now it's Perez playing it back to Todd Thomas. Thomas, forward to Park. A goal here would be perfect. Park trying to get into a crossing position. I mean, he almost does, and then it's taken off him just as he swings his foot for the cross. And it's actually Gregoire who plays the ball forward, playing in that role, just protecting the back three. That was an excellent challenge from Douglas Allen, who's had a little bit of stick for us recently, but that was a superb piece of defending. Erkan, back to Perez again. I hate how well they press us when we're knocking the ball around at the back like that. It puts us under huge pressure straight away, and as you can see, we then panic and give the ball away. Their high pressing, really high pressing, is causing us all manner of problems. Right, Perez makes a save. They've got a corner. Erkan now heading the ball away. Erkan, of course, who played, and this is one of those things, the commentators will tell you about this every time we face Real Madrid forevermore. Erkan, of course, who spent 6 months on loan at Real Madrid early in his career before breaking into the home team. He made his Real Madrid debut before his home debut, even though it was only a temporary stay in Madrid, just to get him some first-team football, get him a bit of experience. So several years ago, we were sending players here to make their debuts, but even now, they're still a much better team than us. Look at it. Look at how easily they're controlling the game, and this might be the match where we learn that lesson that we always have to learn eventually about not going away from home in the Champions League semi-final, playing a 4-2-4 attacking. We're never going to learn that lesson. We're never going to go defensive in games like this. What we're actually going to do is just get better so that it doesn't matter that our tactics are bad, because we'll overpower them anyway. Kovalik's given away a penalty here, and he looks distraught about it. He is chasing all over the pitch, trying to tell people that it was never a penalty, but chances are it was probably a penalty. The ref's gone over to his little telly. Go on, say no penalty. Make everybody happy here, ref. Come along, referee. He's given the penalty, and now we need Perez to be a hero, because at 2-0 down before half-time, I do start to worry a little bit, and of course it's Gregoire to take. He's hit the post. Gregoire still loves us. He's deliberately hit the post. That could be game changing. I want to bring him home. I can't, because he's not homegrown, so we're not allowed to side him back. But the fact that he clearly still loves us because he couldn't bring himself to score a penalty against us is massive. Right, now we'll offer some encouragement before half-time. Drop any negativity now. Ian is suddenly come alive and wins the ball back, plays it forward to Veloso. It's bobbled. I thought it had bobbled free for Park there, but it didn't. Veloso just not quite able to poke it through to his long-time partner in crime. Park now on the right-hand side has got space to run into for the first time in the entire match. Gets his cross in, but they managed to get it clear. We don't want half-time to come here. That penalty miss has rejuvenated us, and Veloso's in! And Veloso scores! And what an important goal that is for Home Football Club just before half-time. It's a great time to score, don't you know? 44 minutes, and it's 1-1. And of course, it's Sandro Veloso. 42nd goal of the season. Lovely little through ball from Juan Jose. A few people might have questioned his selection ahead of Jovanovic today. This is why Juan Jose is in the team, because he does that better than anyone else in our squad. It's a lovely pass. He's been in great form, and I talked last year about these two being my Bergkamp and Henry. They're looking a lot more like it right now, because that was just brilliant from Juan Jose and a lovely finish from Veloso. Now we just need to make sure we don't let them go and score again. Let's get to half-time now. We said before we don't want half-time to come. Now we do. Blow the whistle. Let's not have that happen immediately. It's like they were just toying with us and waiting for the need to go up a gear. And the need arose and they just went up a gear straight away. There's been 2 times in this game where they've felt like scoring a goal, and both times we've been absolutely powerless to stop it from happening. But you know what? 2-1 defeat away from home in a Champions League semi-final, first leg. We will take this. We'll jump on the plane now. Thank you very much. You've seen in the last couple of rounds how tricky we find these away games in Europe. With both Leeds and Celtic, we went there and we couldn't get results in the away legs. So if we can come to Madrid, only lose by 1 goal and have an away goal in the bag, we've got to believe that it's possible to turn things around at the home of football. but not if they score too many more goals. Wonderful defending, this time from Kovacic. We've seen both Douglas Allen and Kovacic today with absolutely fantastic last-ditch tackles. These boys want this today. What a piece of defending again. Right, we're starting to look at fitness levels. Midfield, Perez is starting to tire. Erkan playing it out to Todd Thomas. Thomas plays it forward to Park. Park now turning infield, looking for McKenna. And I didn't think he'd made it to him, but McKenna actually made it look like a better pass than it was. And now Thomas back to Perez, who is tiring, but he's still got enough in the tank to look for a ball over the top of Veloso, but it can't quite get there. And he plays it out left now to Kovacic. And now Ian is in. Ian can be dangerous in this position. And there he is being dangerous, and it's 2-2. Again, there might be some questions about why Ian's in the team ahead of Kleber. I think both of my questionable team selections have been answered there. Kleber has struggled in the second half of the season, and I think Kleber eventually will be a central midfielder for us. But Ian has gone from strength to strength. He uses his pace, he uses his direct running, and as you can see, he's got a cross on him as well. It's 2-2, and this is superb. This is what we wanted today. Right, tired players. Park needs to come off. Sydney can come on for him and basically do the same things on the right that Ian's doing on the left. We need to take off Perez as well. Diaz can come on for him, and that will do for now. The two most tired players on the pitch get to have a rest for the final 20 minutes. And these boys that are on the pitch are pulling off something special right now. McKenna is struggling. He's tired. We don't really have anyone else who can play that box-to-box midfield role. Why is Kleber not even on the bench, Kev? Talk me through that thought process. Can Jovanovic play? I mean, Jovanovic theoretically could play there. I don't really want to put someone in who can theoretically play there today. We're going to keep McKenna on. And if he's then too tired to play in the second leg, Kleber can play there. That makes sense to me. We're going to take off for the final change. I'm looking at Douglas Allen thinking, yellow card. Let's just be on the safe side. Fazekas can come on for him and just shore things up a little bit at the back with some experience and not having to worry about having a yellow card back there. It's still 2-2 as we head towards the final whistle. And that is a fantastic result for us. Real Madrid 2, home 2. We have away goals. Leeds have lost in the Premier League as well, which makes things even better because it's now a 5-point gap and they've only got 3 more games to play. We now play Newcastle, who are close to already relegated. We could potentially relegate Newcastle in this next game. And then we'll be back for that second leg. Oh, it feels like it's all coming together. Oh, we beat Newcastle in the league with my best attempt at rotation. Look, I put Kleber in for McKenna and I put Jovanovic in for Jose. That's full extent of my rotation. But we did need that win and we are now officially qualified for the Europa League. I'm not entirely sure why it's not rubber stamped us for the Champions League because everyone behind us only has 2 games left to play. And the gap from I guess it's because is one of these teams still in the Champions League? Could it potentially only be top 3 that gets into the Champions League? Who's on the other side of the draw? The other side of the draw, no, it's only us. So I don't understand. It's obviously some kind of mathematical quirk that means we're not yet qualified for the Champions League, but I think we are. But let's not worry about that. Let's worry about beating Real Madrid. We could qualify for it by winning it, after all. And then we're back to what is an unchanged team from the first leg against Real Madrid. It's slightly different from the team we played in the Premier League. But Elias still not fit enough to come back in. Kleber is on the bench this time, though. I have remembered that Kleber exists because I think he is getting better and better at playing that box-to-box midfield role. I actually see a future where we have Kleber as our box-to-box midfielder and McKenna moving across to play the old Gregoire role that Perez is playing at the moment, the deep-lying playmaker on defend, and go with McKenna and Kleber in central midfield. And I think that'll give us a really solid central midfield base. We've got Jamie Much as well, who'll be back from his loan for next season, who can also play in either of those positions. And I think with the three of those as very solid, tough tackling, big central midfielders, Diego Perez is going to need to learn to play on the wing again, or else he could find himself doing an Oliveira and drifting down the pecking order as newer and bigger and stronger and fitter players start to emerge, which seems to be the theme throughout the team. Veloso, an excellent effort there that's pushed around the post by the Real Madrid goalkeeper. Perez with the corner. It's actually Gregoire who heads clear, who is playing again despite showing his true colours in the last game and deliberately missing a penalty for the narrative. They are playing their flat back six again because they're desperately afraid of us. It just seems like an odd system for a team like Real Madrid to play. Kovalic's picked up an injury, which is a problem because I've got a decision to make. Do we bring the experience of Fazekas on, even though he's not a left back? Or do we go with the youngster, Pedro Guerrero, who's only a 2-star current ability player, but has got 5-star potential, is a natural left back? What does my assistant manager think we should do? He says Fazekas. I think if it's any game other than the Champions League semi-final, I think that's what you do. I think I'm going to shuffle the defence around a little bit, though. I'm actually going to put Todd Thomas at left back, Erkan at right back. Oh, am I going to regret that? Should I have trusted the player? I mean, imagine being Pedro Guerrero now. He sees Kovacic pull up hurt and thinks it's his chance. And instead I rearranged the entire defence to get some guy in there playing out of position. Hopefully he'll understand. He's only played 6 games for us. I don't think he's ever played for us in a first half of a football match. It's too much to ask of a youngster to come on in a game like this. Probably shouldn't have had him on the bench if that's the case. They're knocking the ball around nicely here and they have grabbed a goal. And that's not really what we were hoping to see today. And I am forever, if we lose today, I am going to be forever second guessing myself about whether we should have just brought Guerrero on and not messed with the rest of the defence, which has been working well. But we've messed with it. I mean, as much as TV pundits annoy me, one of them did say something recently that was something along the lines of, if you've got to make one change, don't let one change force 3 changes. It was unbelievably more eloquently put than I just put it, but maybe we should have just done the straight swap and not messed with the rest of the defence. We've got to get that out of our minds now. No more second guessing. There's nothing we can do about it now. There's nothing we can do about it now. We just have to hope that the boys have got a second half performance in them. We're going attacking. Remember, we've still got 2 away goals to their 1. So if we grab an equaliser, we go ahead in the tie. So we are only 1 goal away. As of right now, we're 1 goal away from a Champions League final. And we've got Europe's top striker up front, although he's not playing very well today. Right, we're going to bring on Jovanovic. And I think we need to get Kleber on. I think Kleber on the left wing. I know I've been using him in midfield recently, but I think in the circumstances, he is a route to goal that we need to try and exploit. So Kleber and Jovanovic, at a combined height of close to 13 feet, are coming on the pitch because we're going for set pieces. Surely that's a penalty. Veloso was attacked twice there. Right, let me just check I've got my corner instructions right, because this is crucial. So we've got Kleber there, and then we want Jovanovic there. And we'll get Veloso forward into the area as well. So Kleber, then Jovanovic there. And then likewise get Veloso forward into the area. Let's get boys forward here. Our tall's Perez, 6'1". We won't send the keeper forward just yet. Final 10 minutes. We'll resort to those kind of antics if we have to. Come on, boys. There's got to be a goal in us. We're 1 goal away from the Champions League final in the final 10 minutes of a home game. All out attacking. Now we send the keeper forward. Because why wouldn't you? Get the keeper forward in there somewhere. Big lad and all that. We're going to have keeper marking keeper, I think. We'll do that. And we're already playing for set pieces. Do we? We've got a lot of defenders on the pitch at the moment. Todd Thomas could push forward to like there. Go with these three here. McKenna can play as a striker. Perez can play in there. We'll put Todd Thomas in there. I think I'll have him as an inverted winger because then he can cut inside of Park, and then McKenna can cover this area. I mean, we're throwing men forward. We've got to throw men forward in the circumstances. Come on, free kick. Perez with the in-swinging free kick. It's out to Kleber. Jovanovic! Can somebody get it in the back of the net? Park just drives it across goal, and somehow it doesn't hit anybody. Perez now floats it back across. That felt like there were chances there. And now Madrid on the counter-attack against our depleted defence. And that's a fantastic tackle from whoever that was. I think that was McKenna. And, I mean, we knew it was a risk when we started throwing men forward. We knew we risked opening ourselves up to that at the back. And unfortunately, it has happened. It looks like the dream for today is not to be. We'll continue to hurl men forward for the last few minutes because you never know. 2 goals now forces extra time. So we've gone from being a goal away from a final to 3 goals away from the final and only 6 minutes to do it in. And it's starting to look pretty unlikely, especially because unbelievably it's still Real Madrid attacking. Right, we're coming forward in a big wave of players. Kleber leading the charge, and he just runs into a player, but he's so powerful he keeps hold of the ball. Jovanovic playing it back to Kleber. Kleber gets another go at it. Look how many home players are in the box then. We had 7 players in the Real Madrid penalty area and only 3 back, and Perez luckily is there to make the save. But we don't want to be seeing Real Madrid having corners at this point of the game. And unfortunately, that's what's happening. Perez clutches the corner out of the sky. And I don't think this is happening for us today, is it? We gave it our best shot. A semi-final on our first time of asking in the Champions League. That's not too bad. Losing Kovacic early. Could things have been different if he hadn't have got injured? If we brought Guerrero on? Look at the amount of money that we get piled on us just for playing in the Champions League. We will criticise Juan Jose, even though he's been playing well. And it was us. It was us causing the complication. So by being knocked out of the Champions League, we have now qualified for it. Oh, look at the state of that budget. There's your silver lining. We've got £80 million to spend. Well, this is going to be an interesting summer, isn't it? I guess there's no point in showing you the last couple of games now. We can just go straight into the transfer special tomorrow. But we got close. Now we just need to keep this team together because looking at how many of these boys are wanted by big clubs, that's going to be a challenge. But we try and keep this squad together and just supplement it with more youngsters along the lines of Kelly and Much and Marcelo, the ones that have been coming in. Players who are almost ready. These guys are going to be first team players next year. We have to go one better. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.